just marked this queen white, as you see, the one with the white dot on. Try and get it in focus. Difference in size between her and the worker next to her. Got a very long pointy bum. She's also got big not fat, but big brown hairy legs, unlike the worker's legs, which are sort of smaller and darker. The worker tending to her there. So we're just letting the paint dry, which is only a water-based paint, so it doesn't harm her. And then we'll pop her back in the colony. Here's another queen I've just found. She is a big one. She's got a bee in with her at the moment. And I have got to bring her up to the top here and get a white dot on her back, on her shoulders. Okay, now Her Majesty has a white blob on her, between her shoulder blades, on her backs, on her thorax. She's trying to escape. She can't. And I'm just waiting for that to dry. Hello, missus. And then I can put her back in a colony, who are here. Lovely bees. Waiting for the return of their queen. Probably haven't realised she's gone yet. See, really, really quiet bees, not roaring. Right, see if we can let her out. Oh, madam. There she goes. Tended to by her workers. And she's gone off down there. The reason that we mark the queens is twofold. Firstly, because we want to be able to spot them more easily on the frame of bees when you've got hundreds, possibly thousands of little brown bodies milling about all over your frame on both sides. It can be really hard to identify your queen. So having a dot of colour on her just catches the eye. And then secondly, it tells you what year she was hatched. So this white dot that we've done here means that she is a this year's queen, a 2026 queen, and a white dot would be for a queen hatched in a year ending with a 1 or a 6. A yellow dot would be for a queen hatched in a year ending with a 2 or 7. Red dots are for years ending in 3 or 8. Green dots are for years ending 4 or 9, and blue dots are for years ending 0 or 5. So there you are. Now you've got your eye in, having looked at a couple of queen bees there. Here is a little test for you in the next clip. Can you spot the queen bee with her longer bum and her longer brown hairy legs as she is being released from the queen marking cage and finding her way back down between the frames? Just coming out. She's gone down, safe. So how did you do spotting the queen? The first spot you may have seen is this one as she emerges from the cage and she has the 2 worker bee attendants in front of her. And there's another clear spot here as she's on the side of the cage just before she scurries back down between the frames. Queens do not like being out in the bright sunlight. They prefer the dark of the hive. If you think about it, they spend pretty much their whole lives in the hive laying eggs, so that kind of makes sense.